Yeah, okay, here we are. It's, what am I? It's September 6th in PEI at Rocky Point, and not much wind happening right now. All the flowers look pretty nice. And even over here there's some pretty nice flowers right there. And now, nice and calm today, but you know what? Tomorrow it might be different. We've a hurricane coming. Miss Dorion. Is it Dorion? Is that a miss or a mister, I wonder? Anyway, Hurricane Dorion's coming up the coast, and it's supposed to come, well, the center of the storm should go over what you see in the distance there. Maybe, 15 miles over that way. So, we're going to get some pretty good winds here, up to 100 kilometers an hour or so. We'll see what happens. Take two. Backyard and gardens. Hey? And then I pulled the boat the other day. That's Dennis's sailboat, which we pulled about a week ago. No, maybe 4 days ago. And the neighbor's golf cart. And my little blue thing over there. So I got to clean up the boat, and then I've got 10 gallons of gasoline, and the generator's full of gas, and I've got 5 gallons of diesel fuel there for the tractor. Some of this stuff I'll get into the shop, some of it will ride it out, but I'll close the shop door. There you go. Yeah, here we are. It's showtime. The storm is coming up here. I guess it's going to be a little bit bigger than what the forecasters have been talking about for the last while. So far it's just cloudy and a little bit of rain starting. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Rain isn't supposed to get here till noon, but it's early. And then the wind is starting to blow stuff around. We'll just see what happens here. See what stays standing. Hopefully everything. Yeah, down at the Charlottetown Harbor, and everything's been pulled. Hardly a boat left. Some of the big ones are up there on the edge. Don't want to drag it through town more than once. Down here with Gus. Yeah, so here it is on the other side of the wharf, and it looks like there's a bunch of these have been pulled, but there's still some in the water there. I don't know if they're going to get them out yet later today or not. And then they're doing a bunch of construction out here for another cruise ship terminal. Yeah. See how they fare out for the week. Yeah, so here's the West River Yacht Club. We're in the car. The rain's starting up. Most of the boats here are pulled, but there's a couple of diehards. That's Gus's old boat there. Yeah, so what do you suppose is a good thing to do on a day the big storm is coming through? I'd say make salsa. So that looks pretty good in there. I'll just stir it up a bit. Lots of good stuff in there. The garden was full of tomatoes, and so they make good salsa. We'll just see what happens with that. Yeah, the wind's blowing here pretty good. You can see it across the way there on those trees up in the top. And then if you can see the clouds just sifting by up there, it's about 5:30. I think that pretty big wind right now coming through, and then about 8 o'clock tonight it's supposed to be up another 20 kilometers an hour faster. It's about 70 or 80 right now, maybe 90. 90 on the treetops, I'll bet. And then later on tonight it'll be up to 110 kilometers, give or take a bit. Yeah, so on the way down to the beach here, and walking along, you can hear the wind overhead. Usually I'm reporting on snowstorms down through here, but no snow today. First hurricane we've had around here in quite a few years. Last really big one that came through was a thing called Juan, and then there have been a couple other little ones in between, but this one here, Dorion, might just be as bad as Juan, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, there we are. We're down by the shore now, and waves are coming in pretty good. I had to go and hide behind a tree here. If I sneak out, you'll get lots of wind noise, but I'll see more of the ocean. I'll sneak out here a bit more. Now this is Hillsborough Bay, where it doesn't usually get waves like this, but I guess a guy could go surfing today if he really wanted to, but I don't think I will. Now, water's above the high tide mark now, and high tide is still another couple of hours away here, maybe an hour and a half away, so it's going to be taking our beach away by tomorrow. I'll come back down tomorrow and have another show here and see what it is. But yeah, there's a few waves coming today. Yeah, there we are. Lots of waves. And it's getting up pretty close to me here, so I think I'm gonna head back up the hill pretty soon. Yeah, so here you go. I go away for 20 minutes, and don't you know, the power's out. Oh well, I might have to go out and start the generator. I don't really like to do that when the big wind, because you should have the door closed in the shop. Maybe I'll see if I can put the generator outside the shop door there somehow. Big decisions. Yeah, there we are. That generator's going. That'll get things lighted up again. The wind is blowing pretty hard up there in the trees. It's got to be, oh, I don't know, 90 kilometers an hour up there right now. So I guess I'll go back in the house and see if I get some supper going. Don't know what I'm going to have for supper yet. Yeah, here we are. So things have improved around here in the power department since a while ago, when I had all sorts of extension cords and plug-ins coming along here. So down here now I've got two power boxes. That's the main power box there, and then I got this sub box right here, and you open that up, and these couple of switches down here, whoa, that's bright. Anyway, flip that switch over there, turn that little wheel thing around, flip that switch on there, and we should have power coming here somewhere. Maybe I'll just turn on the lights down here and see what happens. Nothing so far. Well, there's lights up there, and I hear the radio, so, and the internet stuff's coming alive, so things must be working. Yeah, here it is. Good thing I made this stuff here, because that's what's for supper. Yeah, so there we go. That didn't take long. Power's back on, which is good. I'll go down here and switch over the power from the garage generator to the house. Now I'll likely have to go out again later and do it up. Take two. I'll have to go out again later and do this again, but for now I switch off that one and turn that little wheel around. Switch on that one. That puts everything back on house power. I'll take two. Got our cars parked out in front there, and in case anything comes down over here, and then you can see way out to the ocean. I'll just zoom it out there. There we are. Whoop, a little bit jumpy. There's a few whitecaps coming on now. Nothing new there. Yeah, so here's the West River Yacht Club. I'll see if I can open the window here and get soaked. Oh yeah, there you go. Nothing like getting soaked. That was quick. The boats are all floating there. We'll hope that they're still floating tomorrow.
Yes. And not that way up in the harbor, up on the somebody's wharf or something.
Yeah.
As long as the anchor is well.
Yeah, anchor and the anchor line's good, we're all right.
Yeah. What kind?
Yeah, so this guy here's not having a great day.
No, he's not.
He's having a bad day. Came free. Yeah, nothing like a bit of water coming off the wheels. Yeah, take two. There you go. Pressure's dropped right off to a weather bomb there. Yeah, there's a bit of damage from Dorion, and that's out in front of Maury Blake's cottage, or Helen Blake's. Now that red truck there is usually parked right where the top of that tree is, and there's usually another little car parked right beside it. So, could have dodged a bullet there. Yeah, so the power is out, and that went out about 3 o'clock in the morning or 2:30 in the morning. The big wind came around. It must have been, it woke me up, and I laid in bed and went back to sleep. At about 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and the wind was just a howling here. But my old tent made it, and it's blown down and worse than that. But there's leaves and everything on the ground and trees. I guess a bit of cleanup. Yeah, most everything down at the West River made it through all right, except for that one fellow right there who had, the boat came up on shore. Now on the other side of the causeway there's another boat that's up on shore, but these guys here seem to all survive the night. But it was pretty rocky here last night, rocking and rolling. A couple of little trees on the path on the way down. Yeah, it looks like the waves came right in here and pushed everything up, and then the water in the frog pond is all brown, so that's likely full of seawater this morning. We'll have a look out at the beach here. I guess this covers up the hole in the bridge. There's a hole there somewhere. Yeah, and my bench got moved, and the water pushed all these things, these big logs up in from somewhere. And the beach is a little bit bigger than it used to be. And that's what happens, we get more beach when these things happen. It's a nice beach today. Yeah, the wedding arbor is still standing. I guess it's pretty tough now. It's got more stability around the legs because there's more sand pushed up around it. And the outflow for the pond is, well, no longer. We'll have to dig something up there. And then there's a few ducks out there floating around, wondering what to do about it all. And a couple of shorebirds I saw. Yeah, there we are. The sun's coming out after the storm, so I guess we made this one all right. We'll take a look and do some cleanup and then be okay. Yeah, the waves are still rolling in, but for the most part it should be all right. Clearing up for the rest of the day. Yeah, so here we are. There's still a pretty good breeze blowing, and cleaned up the trees that were down around here and things like that, but it seems to be mostly over for now. The power is still out, I don't anticipate that the power will be back on for a while, but the sun's shining. And they've got lots of trees down on lines here and there and everywhere. It seems to be right across the island. So we'll just wait for the power to come back on, and that'll be that for this storm. That's all for now.